What's up, guys? And so we have a ton of updates coming from Marvel and so much more. And with Marvel Studios, what their plans are for finishing San Diego Comic Con, as it is right on the corner. Marvel Studios plans to reveal at this year's Comic Con with their basic slate. And we also have an update on the Jonathan Majors situation. If Marvel Studios already making the moves on recasting Jonathan Majors as King of the Conqueror for the future of the MCU for the multiverse saga, and so much more to discuss as well. And so in this video, I'm going to be breaking down all day and to talk about what Marvel plans to reveal at this year's San Diego Comic Con with their basic slate, and talk about what we expect from that, and also to talk about the Jonathan Majors situation as it keeps on piling on, even with these updates, and so much more as well. And so if you're new to the channel and don't like this, be sure to subscribe with the bell so don't miss out on future videos of this. So let's get into it. Starting out right the bat with the Marvel Studios, what they're planning to reveal at this year's San Diego Comic Con, and this comes from Alex Perez over at the Cosmic Circus, and he reveals what Marvel Studios plans are, and he says that with the Marvel Studios, what they're planning to reveal, and they're planning for a slate reveal that's going to be bigger than last year's and this year's Comic Con, and plus with the writer strike that is continuing, and with the other studios that cannot attend Comic Con, obviously because of the writer strike and the other writers along with it as well, so they get a better pay. But with the Marvel Studios that plans to move forward with their announcements, and now it's just speaking of which, with the Marvel Studios will plan on attending this year's Comic Con, and if y'all remember from last year, and they revealed the entire Phase 5 slate with all these products and release dates revealed, and even with the release dates on these products that are most likely pushed back, and even with all these certain delays, and even with these release dates that were revealed, even though with the writer that is still continuing, and even as we look at the Phase 5 sale right now, even with the products that are coming out this year, we have a Secret Invasion, Loki Season 2, and the Echo series come out this year, and the Marvels, and to say that with these releases that will be pushed back. But to talk about the Phase 6 slate, as we have the Fantastic Four, the King Dynasty, and Secret Wars all having releases that they have been revealed, and that's what Marvel ended their panel with. Even with their Phase 6 slate, Marvel Studios is playing on a big slate reveal, which we all want, and even with those predictions out there, what could be revealed here in the slate is of course some X-Men, maybe some young Avengers, Nova, and so much more that has yet to be announced. Moving on to the update that we have about the whole Jonathan Majors situation, and like with this situation that has been going on for a while now, and with every update that keeps coming in and out of the window, and with everyone getting worried if Jonathan Majors will get recast or not as King in the multiverse saga. And with the Jonathan Majors, recently he was at his first court hearing, and with this next one that is in June to prove whether he's innocent or guilty. And with the Marvel Studios, they're going to recast Jonathan Majors as King. Well, it looks like it's sort of already done that. It's because with the release of Ant-Man Quantumania that is now streaming on Disney Plus, and with these articles that are sustaining that they can no longer mention Jonathan Majors or King in our articles, and like even if we take a look at the description here for Ant-Man Quantumania on Disney Plus, and it says no way here, as I mentioned, the villain King, or like battling the villain of this film in the quantum realm. And plus, even though I see the cast list, and even with Jonathan Majors, like he is credited on the cast list, but with King and the villain, it's not mentioned anywhere here in this description for Ant-Man Quantumania on Disney Plus. And plus, I think this is like a really bad. It's because with this whole situation and that has impacted Jonathan Majors' life so much, especially for his career at Marvel, and he's been dropped by so many ad campaigns and also sorts of movie deals, and like even at his next court hearing, and whether to prove he's innocent or guilty. Seeing that Marvel Studios has already made the moves, and even if Jonathan Majors is proven to be guilty, and then like he's going to get recast anyway, but if he's proven innocent, then he's going to continue to be King, especially with Loki Season 2 that is coming out in October, and even like if we're going to get the first footage or not, and even if the Marvel Studios is going to do reshoots, and that involves King the Conqueror. And next, we have yet another update for the Fantastic Four. And if you've been keeping up to date with all the casting updates that we've been getting about the upcoming MCU's Fantastic Four, and we're still waiting on that official casting announcement for the Fantastic Four to be officially announced. Well, we have it right here from my time to shine hello that with David Diggs. He's in talks to play Ben Grimm, aka the Thing, in the Fantastic Four. With Mila Kunis, she is no longer in talks. And now, especially with David Diggs, if we take a look at his work, he does have connections over at Disney. He's done a Disney Soul, Hamilton, and he is in the upcoming live action Little Mermaid. And even with David Diggs, who does have connections over at Disney, and in the comics with the Fantastic Four, that was Ben Grimm, aka the Thing, that he is Jewish. And with David Diggs, he's also Jewish as well, and he does have connections over at Disney. And so with him, like just like being the Thing, I think he could be perfect for the role. And even with all that, I think we're still waiting on an official casting announcement, but this is the update that we have. And now, moving on to a topic that has made people worried, is that with Indiana Jones and Destiny was the fifth and final film, and with the movie that had its premiere at the Cannes Film Festival, where the movie has been seen, and with the Rotten Tomatoes score that has been revealed by critics who have seen the film, and it's looking to be a very controversial. It's because if you look at the Rotten Tomatoes score right here, it's been revealed to be the lowest rated film, even the second lowest rated in the franchise, and even the Rotten Tomatoes score did go up from the 30s to the 40s to the 50s, even in the 60s as well. Plus with Indiana Jones and the Dawn of the SD, like this is my most anticipated movie of the year, and just with the way that this movie looks, it seems to be a big hit at the box office. But even with the Rotten Tomatoes score from the critics, seeing that with the people who have seen the movie in advance, did not like it. I mean, people aren't entitled to their own opinions, but even with the critics score that's been revealed to be low, and this could be a bad sign leading to a bad performance at the box office. Plus, even with this franchise that has been going on for like over 40 years, ever since the Raiders of the Lost Ark, and even so on and so forth, and even with the lowest score on Rotten Tomatoes for Indiana Jones 5, and that's supposed to be the send off to Indiana Jones, and there's a lot of time that Harrison Ford is playing this character, and even with our audience score that is definitely going to be way up. And yeah, with all this, I'm very excited for Marvel series as revealed for their basic slate at San Diego Comic Con this year, hopefully for some X-Men, Mutants, and Young Avengers, and Nova, and so much more as well. Even with the Jonathan Majors situation, if he gets recast or not, even gets proven innocent or guilty, or I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And even with these mixed reviews that are coming for Indiana Jones 5, and hopefully with the audience score, it'll be a positive as well. But like I said, with this film, we have some mixed controversy about the fifth and final Indiana Jones film, and so much more that got in the news from it as well. And so that's going to be the first video. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below, and what your thoughts on all this too. Let me know in the comments. We can get this video a like and subscribe to turn on notifications about future videos, and for live updates always follow me on Twitter. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.